Penitence is not the kind of story I was expecting. I was drawn in by the lovely cover, and I was expecting something like an atmospheric mystery, but everything in this story is exactly what it seems. There are very few mystery elements, but I figured them out very early on. Unfortunately, that makes the experience of reading Penitence quite slow and quite boring. This isn't a story that wants you to wonder who the killer could be, and it's not even an exciting courtroom drama. It's a very slow, thoughtful contemplation on the culpability of all parties in a crime. Nora has killed her older brother Nico, but she's only 13 years old. By all accounts, she and Nico were incredibly close, so why did she kill him? This sounds like an intriguing premise at least, but I fear the first and most obvious answer is the answer. We actually don't get to see very much about Nora's feelings or thoughts surrounding the murder. Nora doesn't talk to her parents or her lawyers about the motive, and though it is revealed in the last chapter, I don't believe the solution was worth the wait. The novel is much more about the adults involved in the situation. Nico and Nora's parents, Angie and David, and the lawyers they hire, Martine and her son Julian. Angie and Julian had a relationship that previously ended after the tragic death of Angie's sister at 10 years old. I kept thinking there would be something further, something to tie back to the main mystery, but that doesn't happen. The emotions do come back into play, guilt primarily, but not in a way that I found particularly interesting or unique. Angie is quite insufferable to me, and that's not great because she is actually the main character. She is the character who is the connecting center to all others, and she goes through the most complete character arc. Angie struggles with the idea that what Nora went through is somehow her fault as a mother, but only in theory. What I find frustrating is that Angie, based on the final revealed motive, actually does have quite a lot of blame that can be placed on her shoulders, but she never learns of her full involvement in the decision that Nora made. Angie is also just a pretty bad person in general. She's unfaithful, ungrateful, and cold, and in the end she basically gets her ideal happy ending. Julian is less actively annoying, but I saw his entire storyline coming from a mile away. Same with David, though I did think he was going to end up being more of an active antagonist than he ended up being. I just didn't really connect to or care about any of these characters. The writing was also dense and flowery. I do know that it is a pet peeve for a lot of people, so I just wanted to make note. The descriptions are vivid and detailed, but it didn't create as much of an atmosphere as I was hoping for. The writing style did also really slow the pacing to a crawl. Overall, I didn't really enjoy Penitence that much. It didn't leave me with any lasting emotion except mild disappointment. I like some of the concepts it was trying to raise in regards to prison reform, but the book was much too slow and long-winded for the points to be compelling or exciting. I gave Penitence 2 stars. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, definitely check it out. I would love to hear some conflicting opinions.